What a dooski son doolers. It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of, you already know, Cincinnati, Ohio. Now this video, I'm just going to make my prediction of Game 7 of the NBA Finals, what I think will happen. Now, Game 6, we witnessed a great game. We witnessed, you know, uh, the way Game 6 was played and how it went. You would have thought it was a Game 7. You would have thought that game was for the championship. But now that we have a Game 7, it's a lot of questions going around. Even after Game 6, it's a lot of questions going around. But the main thing I want to pinpoint to you guys is, listen, I'm not a bandwagon fan of nobody. Okay? My team is the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't just want the Heat to lose because my team is not in it. No, I really don't give a flying fuck. I know my Lakers probably, I don't know when the next time they will be in the finals. But my whole thing is, I went with the San Antonio Spurs because they are representing the West. I fuck with the West. For many of years, the West has been the dominant position. And plus, my Lakers play in the West, and that's why I'm rooting for the San Antonio Spurs. That's why I wanted anybody in the West who was going to be in the finals. I wanted them to win the championship, whether if it would have been against Miami, New York, Indiana, whoever it would have been. Okay? I'm not a bandwagon fan. I tell you who are some bandwagon fans. The fans that left the game early down in that arena in Game 6, just basically giving up on their team. They felt like the game was over. They left. They just gave up. They thought the game. Those are bandwagon fans, because a real true fan, where you pay your hard-earned money for them tickets, would have not left the game at all. They would have stayed into the end, and if the Miami Heat would have lost, they would have cheered them on, saying, thank you for a great season, and even making it back for the third straight time. Thank you. It was fans. They was trying to get back in the game once they realized it went to overtime, and the Miami Heat came close to clinching it. That's how terrible those are not real fans, because real fans, they've been rocking with the Miami Heat for the longest. When they was down before D Wade came, those fans, and as far as the fans on Facebook and stuff like that, listen, man, I noticed it's a lot of Miami Heat fans. It's a lot of people that don't even really pay attention to the game of basketball. They don't even watch the game. They just see that their team won and boom, or they make clips at it. But it's a lot of females that I notice on Facebook and Twitter. They just say, oh, go Miami Heat. Even guys, oh, go Miami Heat. But if you ask them a question, okay, what did LeBron or D Wade shoot in the first quarter, second quarter, or whatever, they won't be able to tell you a lick. Who was on such and such team this year, the Miami Heat? They won't be able to tell you a lick. Damn it. Who was on a 2006 championship team with Dwayne Wade? They wouldn't be able to tell you that at all. They probably, you know what they say? They say Shaq. Those people are not true fans of the Miami Heat. They just bandwagon fans. Some of them just like LeBron James, or they just rooting for him. Now that that's out of the way, okay. Game 6 was great, especially towards the end. Like Tim Duncan, for his age, 37. Oh, you know what? Before I get into this, let me just say something else. This Game 6. I'm tired of people talking about, oh, the San Antonio Spurs, they're old, blah blah blah. Motherfucker, if the San Antonio Spurs are that old, why are they about to be playing a Game 7 for the championship? Why are they the team that made it through all those other teams in the West and got to the championship? And let me just tell you guys something. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and I believe Boris Diaw, those are the oldest players on the team. That's it. And let me just say this. The Miami Heat, they're not young either. Ray Allen's, 37? I'm just going to... You have Ray Allen, you have Haslam, you have Wade, you have Birdman, you have Jawan Howard, which he don't play. You have Rashard Lewis. You have... who else? There's one more. James Jones, I believe. So, they're not young either, you fucking idiots. The Spurs are more younger than those guys. Just kill me with this shit. But anyway, and then for Tim Duncan and them to be so old, well, he sure is dominating the shit out of Chris Bosh. Anyway, like I was saying, the game was great. It was an epic game. LeBron James, he didn't start off great. He started off all three quarters pretty bad. I think he was like 3 of 15 or whatever, something like that. through the first 3 quarters, and then we all know in the fourth quarter he kind of took over the game. I ain't gonna say he took over the game. I'm not gonna exaggerate and get caught up in the moment like a lot of you people are. He didn't take over the game, but he was the reason why they got back into the game and even had a chance to go into overtime. Okay, but we all know at the end of the day, the main guy who did it all, the best player of the game, was Mr. Ray Allen hitting that clutch three. Because if he would have missed that three, let me just tell you something right now, all hell would have been on LeBron James for the simple fact how bad he played them first 3 quarters. The passiveness, the missing jump shots. Now, you can't blame a person for missing jump shots. If you miss, you miss. I mean, you just can't, But he took initiative in that fourth quarter and even in overtime. Look, goddamn it. The headband came off. His head was free. He was able to play. He didn't put the headband back on. God, Lord knows he caught hell for that. But anyway, he decided to go to the paint. He decided to post up. He just decided to attack more. And the San Antonio Spurs, they just couldn't handle his way of attack. Now, a lot of people saying like, oh, why did LeBron James do that in all previous games? Or why don't he do that? Look, it's not that easy. It's not, you just can't do that throughout the whole course of the game. It can't happen because at some point, coaches, they're either going to W or they're going to do something. They're going to find ways. And for the great coaches, they will find ways. So he can't just attack like people want him to. He just can't. And for those to say that he can't be stopped, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. Yes, he can. He can stop. He can be stopped. Okay. But like I said, he started off good, and then he kind of had some ups and downs too in the fourth, and even on that he turned the ball over. He missed some couple key shots, and you just knew that the San Antonio Spurs were going to win. But I don't have to even go into all that. But like I said, at the end of the day, Ray Allen, he saved that damn game for them. LeBron James started it, but Ray Allen helped out with that big three. Even for the simple fact for him to even back up and even shoot that three was just amazing. For him to even know, like, oh my God, am I behind the 3-point line or am I out of bounds? For him to even know that, great shot. Now, I tell people all the time in sports, sometimes luck do play a part, because that was luck. That was so damn lucky for the simple fact he didn't even look down and he knew where he was at. That was just some luck in that part. Now, and a lot of reasons, Miami Heat, they got some luck because the Spurs, I don't care what nobody says. Okay, I'm not even going to go into the Manu Ginobili. Yes, he traveled, but he still got fouled by Ray Allen. Yes, Chris Bosh fouled Danny Green. Not saying Danny Green would have made all 3 free throws, but yes, he fouled Danny Green, because at the end of the day, if that was early on in the game, that call would have been called. And we know this because we just saw, what was it, game 6, I believe, when Ray Allen shot a game 5 when Ray Allen shot a 3, and wasn't Green, I think, made contact with him and he fell. They called that. So yes, if that was early on in the game, it would have been called. But I just feel like, the San Antonio Spurs, they know that they messed up. They know they had this game done. They had the championship right in their hand. And I'm tired of people saying, oh, Spurs are going to lose game 7 because they're tired, whatever. Listen, man, at the end of the day, both teams are fatigued. I feel like, honestly, the Miami Heat use more energy just to get that rally. Now, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh may have a little bit of more energy because supposed to bench them throughout the whole rally, pretty much, of that fourth quarter, even in overtime, because Chris Bosh didn't play good. Dwayne Wade didn't shoot good. Actually, when Dwayne Wade got back in the game kind of early on, that's when the Spurs kind of got that big lead to go into the fourth quarter up. But both teams are tired. LeBron James was gasping. Do y'all realize this dude played 49 minutes or either 50 minutes? Do you realize that's a lot of fucking playing time? But at the end of the day, and he's 28. He's not that damn young. Everybody need a break at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, throw that the Spurs gonna lose because they're tired. But I think, dog, people, like I told people on Facebook and Twitter, this is the NBA Finals. This is the last game to win a championship. If you think deep down inside those guys are not going to come out and play hard, then you're stupid. I honestly think both teams are going to come out and play hard. Now, it's going to come down who make the most shots, who don't make the most mistakes. That's what it's going to come down to, because at the end of the day, it looked like to me both coaches like, you know what, guys, just play. Just play like as if you're on the street ball. Just don't turn it over. Just play like if you're on the street. Streets playing basketball. We're not running plays, none of that, because that's what it looked like to me. I just honestly think that, of course, I got to stick with my pick, the San Antonio Spurs. But I told fans, don't think that this series is going to be Miami championship that easy. Like this, I honestly feel like the Spurs, because if you really want to go by history, then okay, the Miami Heat going to win. But if you really want to go by what's been going on in this series, one team win, the other team loses. And right now, Spurs have the opportunity to win. But I honestly feel like Greg Popovich, with the mistakes he made, I don't know if Manu Ginobili is going to play, but I feel like Manu Ginobili, know deep down inside, he owed this team something. He messed up with the 8 turnovers. He played a terrible game. It was a sloppy game. And I think he owed it to those guys to make up for this. And somehow, some way, I just think he's going to make up. I don't know if it's in points or deep, whatever. He's going to make up for his bad performance. And I think Greg Popovich is still going to roll with him, but he probably will play Gary Neal a lot more and stuff like that. And quite honestly with you, I think that, you know, I don't think nobody's going to be, I don't think this game is going to be like yesterday's game. You know, I think honestly, if a team has a lead and it's about to be closing minutes of the game, one of those the team is going to keep it. And I'm just rolling with the Spurs because I feel like they have that heart and that. Now the pressure's on the Miami Heat. Okay, the pressure's on the Miami Heat to wrap this up on their home court. They have the most pressure now. Spurs don't have nothing to lose. Spurs just got to go in there and play balls out and lights out, and I think they will do that because at the end of the day, the Miami Heat didn't even play great. Okay, Spurs didn't play well. Actually, they played great pretty much all 3 quarters until that 4th quarter in overtime. I mean, let's just be real. But Dwayne Wade didn't do nothing. Chris Bosh didn't do nothing. You had Chalmers chip in with 20. LeBron James just shot bad all through the first 3 quarters. So it's like, it's hard to really pick who will win this game. But I'm going to go with the San Antonio Spurs for the simple fact that I think Greg Popovich is going to put something together in this short time. I think now, from what he saw LeBron James doing in the paint, he will double LeBron James. He's basically going to force the Miami Heat shooters to try to make shots. But when LeBron James get in the paint, we're going to be on him. And I don't think Tony Parker, I think everybody's shooting percentage-wise, throw that shot out the window. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Hopefully, Tim Duncan can find it in himself to have another great performance, but not just in the first half, second half. Do more. And I hope and pray you do, because I really do want to see this man go out on top with a ring. And I do really want to see T-Mac get away. And that's something that I thought that the Spurs Popovich would do. I would play T-Mac just to see what he can do. You know, he can score you some buckets, playmate. I would play him. I honestly will. Fuck rotation. I will play I will play Tracy McGrady and see what he can do. But as far as this, you know, Spurs is old, Miami Heat, they're at home, they're going to win. Look, man, that don't mean shit. Don't sleep on the other team, okay? And like I said, at the end of the day, the Spurs will win this game. If they lose, I would congratulate the Miami Heat. If the Spurs win, I would congratulate the Spurs. I'd be right. But I just feel like, honestly, that the Spurs, they are pissed off. They know they lost this game. Some people say, are they emotionally drained? Are they going to be there emotionally? That's the problem. Are they going to be there emotionally? I honestly feel like, yes, they will. They've been here before. I mean, the last time they was in the Game 7 was like, 2003 or something like that. But they've been here before. Tim Duncan knows he can't be stopped by Chris Bosh or whoever get on him. Tony Parker got kind of slowed down when LeBron James got on, but at the end of the day, he still can make plays, okay? Ginobili has to step up more, and Green has to knock down threes. If not Green, Gary Neal. And just something inside me is telling me that the Heat is probably the team. We want to talk about energy. The Heat is probably the team that used the most energy. But it's like, what other guy? You don't know what you're going to get out of those guys with the Miami Heat every night. Look at using Norris Cole didn't play. Chalmers had a game. But what's the chance of Chalmers having back-to-back great game? He didn't even do that in the last finals. And he ain't done it all this finals, you know. So who knows what's going to happen, you know. But like I said, the Miami Heat, the pressure is on the Miami Heat because they're on their home court and they know what's at stake. The pressure is no longer on the San Antonio Spurs because they trying to steal a game on the Miami Heat home court. And I just swear to God, I think it's going to happen. It's probably going to be a close, tight game. It might be one of the best games, but it might not be able to duplicate yesterday, okay? But I'm rolling with the San Antonio Spurs, and you guys tell me who do you think is going to win Game 7. I know it's tough because you know, it's just tough because of all that great talent. You just don't know. Will Danny Green step up in this game? You know, would Manu Ginobili step up in this game? Would Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron together in them step up? Will the big three of the and Kawhi Leonard continue to play well? Would he step up? But I swear to God, I think they will double LeBron James when he gets into that post. Do what worked to you before. I mean, me personally, I would just continue to do what worked. It worked all this postseason. I mean, these finals. But yeah, man. But anyway, this video is long. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Check out my previous videos. Um, Game 7 is just gonna be crazy. Balls out. I don't even think play is gonna be even brought up. It's just gonna be wild and crazy. And like I said, the team who make the best plays and less turnovers, they will win. Um, it's not even about history no more. It's come down to who wants it more. It's not about who's tired and all that stuff, because at the end of the day, everybody is probably fatigued except for the motherfuckers on the bench, you know. But I don't know. We just have to see. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me on Facebook. Tell me what you think. Comment, subscribe, comment, share, like. Make sure you go to my new page if you want to hear my album reviews. It's called YfgM Hip Hop Review. Um, I'm just starting off. I'm doing album reviews, mixtape reviews, everything. And yeah, man. Deuces. Let's go Spurs, man. I gotta roll with the Spurs. It's the West, man.